everyone knows him, Trevor Horwell, our CEO of Nobu Hospitality.
Right, I'll put these glasses on, but anyway, welcome everyone. I think, as I say last night, I see a lot of new faces and a lot of familiar faces, and today is really a special day for actually Struan and I. Struan and I have worked together 32 years, which is and you know, I believe in life. You know, you really can't achieve success without the help of a partner, and Struan and I have done many things together, and I think, you know, what has brought us together is trust, and we have a similar mindset. And I think when we started with Nobu, it was something that we were very passionate about, and it was a time when, you know, we were working at the time with Hard Rock, and some history to our association with Nobu is we actually worked for a company called Como, and we did the first hotel in London that we brought the Nobu restaurant to, which was the second restaurant that Nobu had, which we did in 1997. So our association with Nobu goes back many, many years. And fast forward from 97, we went through to 2007. And at the time, we were running Hard Rock hotels and casinos in the United States, and we needed a restaurant, and we went to Nobu-san and Mayor and Bob, and basically said, look, we'd like to introduce the Nobu into San Diego. And we signed a deal and we moved forward, and when we launched that hotel, which was very successful, we had a big event, and at that event, Robert De Niro came, and Nobu-san and Mayor, and that event was really where the big idea came from for Nobu Hotels. You know, I want to share with you a couple of videos, but those videos are really about the partners and their passion for the brand, and you know, where we've come from in the last 10 years, and I'm talking now, you know, this year is going to be our 30th anniversary for Nobu Restaurants, and Nobu Restaurants is the foundation of Nobu Hotels. The success of Nobu Restaurants really made the ability for us to move forward as a hotel company. And we saw that. We saw that there was a business algorithm that was quite unique, and it was something that was different, and the most important thing for us was, you know, we're going to start a new journey, because at the time, I'm talking 15 years ago, at the time we made a decision to leave Hard Rock. We sold the company, and basically we said, right, we want to now move forward with Nobu. And we didn't really know, I call it the mission. We didn't really know how long the mission would be and how far we would get to. And today, I say to myself, you know, we still haven't fulfilled the mission, because it will never end. Did we expect to have 38 hotels in the next three years? I mean, we've already got 18 hotels open, but to think about having 38 hotels in the pipeline as well, and it was something that we would never expect to have that. So, but all of this has come about really, and I'm glad that, you know, Hero's here, and all the Nobu restaurant team. To me, I call them lifers. I mean, Hero's been with the company for 24 years, and there are many others that have been with the company. Santiago joined the company in the restaurants and is now in the hotels. So you know, we're very proud that, you know, the people who have been part of the company from day one are still with the company, and it's grown. And today there is a trust. I would say there's a trust between everybody, and we're pulling together to really make it a success. And I think when I share these videos, you'll see the passion from Robert De Niro and Nobu-san and Mayor, and you'll really see that this is never ending. You know, this brand is the life and the soul of our shareholders. You know, a lot of people say to me, will they ever sell the company? Or they will never do that. It's their life, and it will continue for many, many years. And, you know, I think that for everybody in this room going forward, the future, it really is in your hands. Because the way I see it is, you know, we now have all the hotels that we've signed and so forth, and all the people in the room now are there to take forward the brand. You're the custodians of the brand. And our success is all about you. And the opportunity is there, but it's really, I call it the intangibles. And when I say, you know, you can have a great skill, you can do a lot of things, but at the end of the day, it's the intangibles that set you apart. And that's what Nobu's got. And we have to continue to have that. So what I will do, I want to play these 2 videos, and then I'll explain a few more things after that. Okay. So this is, I call it our estate. And, you know, today it really is something incredible when you think that you know, Nobu, it's our 30th anniversary, and, you know, we have 54 restaurants that are either open or in the pipeline, and 38 hotels. And now we have something new, which is Nobu Residences. And we're seeing incredible sales of our real estate. I mean, today we have $6 billion invested in Nobu real estate by third-party owners, which is huge. I mean, to think we started in Caesar's Palace 10 years ago in 2013, and really the success of that hotel really was the springboard to taking us where we are today. We also have, I mean, we worked out probably 7 million customers a year going through the doors of Nobu, which is huge. And a lot of those customers are repeat customers. And, you know, we say to ourselves, really, where are we going to? I mean, Nobu has really become more than a restaurant company, a hotel company. It's really, I mean, we call it a way of life, and it's a way of life for a lot of people. I mean, there's so many people in the company that they live and breathe the company, and it's their life. I mean, as I say, Hero, 25 years, that's half his life. He's been with the company. So you have to have the passion to really continue, and that's what we have within Nobu. I think that it's a situation, where do we really go from here? I mean, the future after today is really in your hands, and I think it's really going to another level. I don't know if you want to put the next slide up, but I would, you know, growth is not an issue. Last year we grew the company by 8 hotels, 4 residences. Prior year we did 7 hotels. And so in terms of growth, we have no issue with growth. I think in the next 5 years we probably will exceed 65 hotels. But it's not really about that. I mean, to me, I think in any company you can grow, but I always look at a company, and the greatest Achilles heel in any company is complacency. And when you become complacent, it's a disease. It's something that you take things for granted, and then the slide comes. As a company, Nobu-san naturally says we have corporate teams and so forth, but my philosophy has always been, I don't want to be an Accor or a Four Seasons or anything like that. They have huge corporate offices. My belief is, why do they need those corporate offices? What are the general managers doing? The general managers should be in charge of the culture. They're in charge of everything that's in the hotel. And to me, it's the leadership at a local level that makes you successful. And that leadership is really about mindset. To me, it's, somebody who works for, I don't know, a corporate organization on some of these big brands, they don't empower them to operate or run their own hotels. To me, I don't want to have big corporate offices. I want to empower the general managers to run their own ship, and then at the same time be mentors to everybody in the hotel, and to tell the teams that there is growth. I mean, when you think about it, Nobu Restaurants graduated over a period of 15 years. It became a global restaurant company. And then the big idea came to do hotels and go on to do other things. And we've graduated now the hotels to be an international company. We probably will have, I would say, 20% of our portfolio in the United States, and the rest will be international. So for employees, it's going to be a tremendous opportunity that they can grow. And, I think that if we do it right, we can retain the best talent. And I don't know, I think, today, I was thinking, what do I say to everybody? But I think the only thing I can say is, you heard De Niro. I mean, De Niro said it, we've created something special. You can call Nobu a lifestyle, you can call it whatever you want to call it, but Robert De Niro says, I only want to do things that are special. It was his vision when he met Nobu-san, and we're talking 33 years ago. I mean, he went to a restaurant with a director of a film, and it was the Matsuhisa restaurant in LA. And he saw something there, and it took him 3 years to convince Nobu to do the first restaurant in New York. And after that, they did it very carefully and methodically, and they started to grow the company. And as I say, a lot of the people in this room, Adrian has been with the company 25 years. He started off in London and is in the bars, and now he's excited in his passion. He's now a videographer for the company. He does everything. I mean, that video was done by Adrian. So when you think about it, somebody who has worked for Nobu, and he worked for Nobu for 12 years in the bars, is now doing that. And it was by chance that we saw the talent, and we were able to harness that. And so I think that is what we need to do. We need to make sure that we find the right people to work with us and give them, a future. And I always say that if in life you need two things: you need to be at peace and you need to be happy. And when a guest goes to Nobu, that's how they should feel. They should feel at peace and happy. I have favorite hotels that I go to, and I know when I walk in the door, I feel happy. I feel at peace, and I know that I'm going to enjoy my stay and so forth. And I think with Nobu, it's really about memories as well. Everybody in this room who've worked for Nobu for many, many years has memories. And so I think, by the way, before I close off, I want to thank all the sponsors naturally who have been supporting us as well. Naturally, we're here with their support, but I think going forward, As I say, the future's in your hands. We're not going to sit on top of you. We have great teams, as I say, that are there to support, and there's no ego. The company hasn't got any ego. So we just want to be successful and have great people and have fun. So enjoy the conference, and we'll look forward to seeing everybody over the next 2 days. Thank you. Going forward, I mean, you see all these projects, and I always say that really we really have the belief now of some solid investors or partners who really want to do a lot more with Nobu. It's even going to get better. And as I say, everybody in this room, I think there's huge opportunities to grow. And I think it's very exciting to now move forward. And there were a few projects that we presented, well, Andrew did, but there are quite a number of other projects that we haven't shown. But next time we'll do that.